Nothing like having a strong espresso after you get up in the morning. No sugar. Oof. Ay, yeah, 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 yeah. Wakes you up. Okay, wakes you up. So I'm ready. Let's go. Okay. So let me start off with a very serious question. Okay, very serious question for a very serious topic. And the question is, what if you have chosen the wrong career path? Okay, just think about the question that I've given you. What if you have chosen the wrong career path? Um, you know, if you chose the wrong girlfriend, you can change your girlfriend. If you married the wrong person, yeah, you can change the person. But if you chose the wrong career, it's not as easy as click, okay, I'll take a new career. Okay, click, I'll take a new career. And I think the problem kind of escalates, especially if you talk about what age of your life you ask yourself this question, or what age of your life you realize I have made a mistake. Okay. So I'll break it down. I'll break it down into different segments and you let me know your thoughts. Okay. Now, this topic got inspired because of, I think, four clients that I got within this week. And I was kind of surprised because, okay, when you're young and you ask this question, fine. It's understood because you're a young man. Um, you know, you're suddenly, from the security and the know-it-all, secure, the safe life of being in school, being in high school, being in college, doing your masters, you don't give a damn, okay? But all of a sudden, when you're thrown into the real world and now you have to choose this career path, or when, like I completed the CBSE education, I was involved in that. Like just imagine in your eighth standard, I think it was eighth standard, we were told ninth standard is going to be life changing. It's going to determine your entire life. You make one wrong choice, your complete career will be derailed. It'll be destroyed. So it's like so scary. You're like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm just 14 years old or 15 years old. If I choose the wrong career for the rest of my life, the rest of 20, 30, 40, 50 years, is going to be destroyed. Oh, I have to choose science. Do I want to be a scientist? Do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be an engineer? Do I want to be a businessman, an accountant, marketing guy, a sales guy? Do I want to be a teacher? Do I want to be a painter? So, even though it might sound like comedy or it might sound very silly, but for a young man or woman, when you are put into that position where you have to make a life changing, so called life changing decision, it's a very scary thing. Okay. And to, once upon a time, the challenge was there was hardly any information. There was no Google, there was no Facebook. You just had your friends who you could talk to, or not even your friends, you're just mother and father and uncle and aunt, small circle. Today, the problem is you have a tsunami of information every second. It's like you have everybody's an expert, everybody is giving you advice. Oh, this guy is a 7-figure income and he dropped out of school. This guy is earning 8-figure income. He's into coaching. This guy is, sitting and having passive income. And this person challenged all the odds. And today he's making money just by dancing on TikTok or social media. So you begin to think, oh, goodness, now, I have so many options, which can be very misleading, which can be very detrimental to a person. And where, sorry, let me just drink my hot coffee away. And where youngsters are concerned, okay, and where youngsters are concerned, the problem is it is so confusing. And being a youngster, I mean, you want to have a fun life. You want to enjoy your life. You don't visualize yourself sitting in one place and just doing, office-based work. Like, it's not very cool. Like, if you look at James Bond, it looks cool. If you look at a surfer dude with the GoPro Hero 8, and he is taking videos, and there is good techno music at the background, and you're getting millions of views, and you're making money, or you see Mr. Beast online, or you see a rapper, and you're like, oh, I want to be famous. I want to make this kind of money. This is all misleading. So now let's break it down. The 20s, the 30s, 40s, and beyond. Now, when you're young, now I'll tell you, when you're young, it's like you're suddenly being given freedom, and all of a sudden you have this. It's like you used to eat only homemade food, which your mother used to make and give you homemade food. So there's no menu, there's nothing. Mummy, what you'll make chicken? Okay, mummy, what you'll make fish? Okay, mummy, what you'll make? I'll make vegetables. Okay, mummy, can you make egg fry? So very limited menu. Now all of a sudden, after you finish your college, you're thrown out into this world, and now you notice, oh, there's Italian food, there is Thai food, there's Thai cuisine, there is Indian food, there's Pakistani, there is American, there is fast dining food, there's fast food. So now you're like, oh goodness, which one do I try? Oh, there's buffet. Oh, there's intercontinental breakfast. Oh, there's intercontinental buffet. So you get what I'm saying. So now all of a sudden you're like, which one should I try? Or should I try all of them? Uh, what is recommended at that stage, or what, when any youngster comes to me and asks me, so should I take this? Should I take that? This is how I operate. I evaluate the person, because everyone has a personality. I evaluate the person based on who the person is, how the person is, not what is mentioned on the CV, not what the person is trying to pretend to be and show the world. See, youngsters like to show confidence. Youngsters like to show copy resume format that they get from some website, some AI generated this thing, intelligent sounding words. But majority of the youngsters are not like, they're just lost and confused. They don't have any experience. And it's like having a new girlfriend. It's exciting, it's fun, and you're not sure where it's headed. Okay. But here you're talking about not only being with one girl, but a marriage. So I evaluate the person first. This involves talking to the person. Sometimes I take down notes. I ask them questions about their background, family, friends. What do they like? What do they not like? What are their aspirations? What do they wish to become? What do they not wish to become? What are their biggest fears? What is their risk appetite? And also, what is the experience that you have? How many countries have you traveled? How many people have you met? How many relationships, even relationships with a boy or girl, or you're gay or whatever, how many have you had? Like, what is your social media presence or lack thereof? Do you love talking? Do you love not talking? Do you love friends? Do you not love friends? Do you love going out? So after evaluating all this, I kind of get, me at least, I don't know about others, I kind of get an idea. Listen, these are the one or two or three sectors or industries or directions you have to take. Okay. I'll give you a small example. I'm pretty sure you'd like an example. If the guy is very talkative, let's say the guy is very talkative and he loves attention and he wants to show he's cool and he wants to show he's smart, I would definitely recommend him to take up something in sales, something in marketing, which is very obvious because you love attention. So customers should notice you. You love to be noticed. So you go for conferences, events and all that, where, yay, I'm there. Okay. You might even take up event management or being a DJ or announcing or public speaking. Or so based on the personality, extrovert, introvert, like they say, on the most basic fundamental levels. But now, if you are a formal extrovert, then I would recommend training. Then I would recommend maybe being a formal business speaker or representative, or working with a multinational brand that follows protocols, rules. Because if you join, let's say, a very formal brand, or let's say for example, you join Apple. Apple is very creative. Apple, you can talk to the customer like a friend, okay? And you have pressure, but you don't have the pressure to convert every person into a salesperson. So if you have that kind of maturity of dealing with people, I would recommend Apple. You like a very creative environment, or you like a association with a very powerful brand, and you like to be cool, hip, and happening. Okay. Now, if on the other hand, let's say you love to sell, you like to make it fast, and you love to make money, then I would not tell you to go to work with a multinational brand, because multinational brands, they're very particular about not just the sale but after sale, because it's a reputation. Now, you can't over promise and under deliver. I'll give you a simple example. There was this guy working for this. He was working for Jaguar, the car brand, and in order to sell the car and achieve his target, he started to bluff with the customer, over promising a couple of things which are not part of the after sale service. Okay, and he was a newbie, and the customer is very educated, and the customer is like, "Are you sure? Like, if I purchase this car, this is what I get as a discount?" And so I can't give specifics. Okay. So he said, "Yeah, yeah, sure, sir. Sir, I guarantee. Don't worry. Just give me a call." Blah, blah, blah. He went on. It was from the typical Mumbai character. Customer, see, I'll tell you, the customer who pays money, he's not going to spare you. Okay. So he purchased the car. He sold to a couple of customers. However, after I think 2 months or 3 months, when these customers started to pile up and come back, and they approached the showroom, or they approached another outlet, and said, "Oh, I'm a Jaguar owner, and this is the discount, or this is the privilege that I can get." And when they were told, "No, sorry, sir, we don't accept this, or we have never stated this," it all went back to him, because they tried to contact him. He tried to avoid the calls. They went to his manager. He got sacked. He got sacked after they conducted an investigation. And the worst part is now, because it's a very small market, none of the other competing, like, heavyweight brands want to employ this guy. So when he approached me with this problem and told me truthfully what it is, I told him, "See, listen, if you want to be that snake oil salesperson, over promise, under deliver, you might as well work for a second hand market, okay, where it's very aggressive, or a kind of a bulk market where you sell in bulk quantities, or in some of these exhibitions and events, they sell and they finish off with this country in Bahrain, and then they move to Oman. They sell, then they move to Dubai, and they sell from there and go to Saudi." I said, "That would work well with you, because you're just trying to bluff your way to get your sale." I told him, "I don't recommend this kind of selling, but if you want to make fast buck, this is the only way it is." So, coming back to the point, you need to assess your personality. Now, I'll give you one more example just to strengthen this point. Uh, this client came to me, Indian guy, slightly overweight. He has a lot of self-esteem and self-worth issues. He's very afraid of being made fun of. He's very afraid of being bullied. Uh, he has never had a girlfriend. He is very shy to talk to girls. He wants a girlfriend. So the problem is, this guy migrated to the West, who is doing his education, and hopefully he'll get his citizenship. And he decided, out of all the jobs, to take up a customer service job. And the problem is, this particular brand, he was working in the complaints department, where, if you're not happy with your product, you come there and, you fire away and give your peace of your mind. And these guys are meant to cool you down. this guy, um, this guy, just joined this company and all that. And right from day one, I'll give you a simple question. Do you think he got very polite customers who came in, very happy customers who came in, customers who wanted to ask you, "How's your day? How are you feeling?" Or do you think he got very rude, very angry, and very pissed off customers who could not get the solutions from A, B, C, D, could not get the solutions from the phone, and they finally bring the product and slam it right to the guy. Well, if you guessed the latter, you're absolutely right, because this guy started to see the worst, ill mannered, rude individuals who would come there, and mostly whites because he is Indian. And they would, they would scream, they would shout, they wouldn't give bad words. And he started to find it like very, very difficult, very hard to manage, because he had to be cool, calm, composed. And even worse was when his colleagues were there, they didn't give a damn. They were very used to it. They were hard-nosed veterans. They would laugh, and the way he's dealing, because he's a plump guy, and so he used to always look like this. And he, when he had the session with me, he broke down. He cried. He said, they call, they are very rude. Sometimes they want to imply about my weight, and they said, I'm going to, knock you the fuck out, do you understand English? And, so he started to cry. And I told him, boss, listen, you, instead of choosing a career where you work behind the scenes, let's say like an accountant, or where you don't have to interact with customers, or maybe even managing the IT servers, or technical fixing stuff, you decided to face the customer. You took up a job where you indirectly deal with customers who are pissed off and angry. I said, if I purchase a product and after paying my hard-earned money, it's not working, and then when I call customer service, nobody responds, and I go to the showroom, nobody responds, and I go to the outlet, and nobody responds, and finally I'm told, go to this customer service, they will take care of you. I'll be having all this anger and frustration, and I'll dump it on your head. So I spoke to him, and I told him, you need to change your career. So the first part is, you have to decide, okay, based on your personality, likes, dislikes, goals, preferences, all these aspects, what is a job that would at least endear to you, at least you like. Now, the stupid question to ask is, which job would have bigger earning capacity, or which job in the future would pay very high salaries? Nobody knows. Nobody knows the answer to this. We are living in a day and age where things are so dynamic that what might pay very well today, let's say today, cybersecurity pays a lot of money. And you think, oh, I'm going to make big money, I'll go into cybersecurity. What if tomorrow they create an AI that whereby they don't need cybersecurity, or to operate that cybersecurity, you need to study another 5 more years. All of a sudden, you jumped into the cybersecurity, let's say, industry, and what you study is maybe outdated. Now you'll have to study again. Then you'll be like, why the hell did I take up this job? This is the problem IT professionals face, because the new softwares, the new AI, the new technologies, studying never ends. And what they knew 5 years ago is outdated today. Okay, so that is a stupid question to ask. The third thing that I would say in this point is, if you're not sure, okay, there's always a possibility, I don't know whether I like this job or not. My answer to you is, give it a shot, give it a try. Like, for example, do you know how it is to work in McDonald's? Now, everyone looks at McDonald's, yuck, you want to work in McDonald's flipping burgers. There is no shame in earning money for you, feeding your family, taking care of yourself. Why you think every McDonald's employee is ashamed? Oh, I'm working for McDonald's, don't look at me. No, it's a job. There is a certain degree of skill involved. You have to learn certain protocols. Okay, so if you don't know what it is to work in a particular sector, industry, or company, work there for a few weeks, months, years. Give it a try and see. I would ask you to be patient. Don't just join after 1 week and say, oh, it's very tough here, very tough. No. Initially, everything is tough. When let's say you don't know driving and you take up driving the first time, it is tough. You don't know karate or you don't know jiu-jitsu or boxing, and you start boxing with a guy and he starts punching your face. No, it's too tough. Even playing a new game, There's a certain degree of time that takes to learn the skill. Okay. So if you're not sure, trial and error. I'll give you one more point so that I don't overwhelm you. Now, this is another question that I get asked sometimes. What if I chose the wrong career? Okay. See, there's always a what if. What if the company that I work closes down? What if the industry that I dedicated my life to is now no longer generating that kind of revenue, or there's no demand for my service? Okay, what if there are what if can be anything. Like, for example, what if I'm a freelancer and now nobody wants my services? This has happened to people on Fiverr, Upwork, Guru.com, uh, some project based websites, where initially they were earning, kind of relatively easy money. I wouldn't say easy money. They would charge $1, $5, $2, and they would get for articles, they would get for websites, they would get for animation, they would get for illustration, Photoshop, Illustrator, design. And these were guys from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Africa, Afghanistan. Okay, so they were making, even though they charge $1, which might look small, when they convert to their currency, it's big. In fact, there was this one Sri Lankan guy whom I bumped into on Fiverr. His job was to wish you a happy birthday, where acting like he's part of the forest. Okay. This is a real incident that took place. Huh? He was acting like he's a guy in the forest, and he would wish you a happy birthday. He had a stomach, young man, two young men. Their stomach was jutting out. They would show like as if they are a forest tribe, and they would hold a big, chart and write down happy birthday, whomsoever, or whatever message you have. And he was charging, I think, minimum $10 to 50 to 100. Now, Mr. B, not Mr. Beast, sorry, PewDiePie, who that time was, having millions of followers. He was like every content of his was viral. He asked this same Sri Lankan guy, and this became a viral news, by the way. He asked this Sri Lankan guy, put something about Nazis or something. Hail Hitler, or something swastika, this thing. He put it as a joke. And the point he was trying to make is, nowadays, these guys on these freelance websites, whatever you say, whatever you tell them, they will not use their brains, they will just do it. And he actually paid, I think, $50 or whatever. And he told them, just say, Hail Hitler or Hail Nazi or something like that. This poor guy, what? He is just doing his job. Like, he would say, Happy birthday or I love you or whatever. So he did that, and he got paid money. PewDiePie then, I think, spoke about it on his video, on his channel. And no sooner did that happen, it became viral. And because PewDiePie has millions of followers and he gets millions of views, this impacted Fiverr, and people started questioning Fiverr that, oh, you don't have any ethics and morals and standards in place. And within 24 hours, this Sri Lankan guy, his shtick that he had, his account got closed. He lost all his money, whatever was pending there. And ever since, he has never been able to do any other activity like this on any other platform. In fact, there was one, PewDiePie also recommended one guy with a voiceover. I have taken his services to make videos, formal voice. Same thing happened. Someone asked him to promote a cryptocurrency investment or a credit card or something. He just read the script, being like a news anchor, or being like a weatherman, or hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new company, like representing a company. He was just doing his job on Fiverr, and it turned out that company turned out to be a fraud. And because he was the face and the voice of the company, he's an actor. Um, that complaint went to Fiverr. They imagine he has dedicated almost 5 years or 10 years or 20, 15 years, whatever, with millions of clients, millions. I've taken his services because every day he used to churn out 5 to 10 videos. He had a production team. His earning completely went to zero. No fault of his own. So, what I'm trying to make you understand is this: what if anything can happen? Like, for example, today I'm speaking to you about personal branding. I'm being this guy online. What if tomorrow? What if um, all this? You know, I no longer am popular, or someone else, a beautiful girl, she says the same thing, or she says better. There are so many people who will just run off to her. What can I do? Tell me, what can I do? In fact, why do you think I left the Middle East? Because I knew that my appearance was not Islamic, was not in line with the values of Islam. And someone could just say shaitan, the devil, and all that, and they would just shut down my ability to communicate. That is why I left a Muslim country and decided to take a neutral country that didn't mind this appearance. And I operate online where I can, talk to a global hub of clients. But if I had stuck in UAE, okay, or any Muslim country, and they would just say, you're not allowed to work, then where do I go? And there's also a reason why I didn't want to go to India. Why? Because I have certain controversial views with regards to politics, and there are certain mannerisms of Indians which I don't agree with. Okay. Uh, if I would stay in India, let's say someone would just ransack my apartment or beat me up and all that. So I made a lot of choices. So you also will have to make all these choices for your career. I'll just summarize by telling you this. There is no guarantee that what you take today is going to work out 10 years from today or 15 years. There's no guarantee. Second is, there's no guarantee that you'd enjoy doing what you're doing, because we all change as human beings. Number three is, maybe what you're doing right now is really the hip, the happening, the most amazing industry or career path. Maybe 20 years down the line, it'll be obsolete. Like online training, it's dying. It's really dying. Before, they would like pay people to give online courses and all that. Today they prefer online tuitions, one to one. Even this I remember this client who was telling me that he used to sell corporate courses to corporate houses, and they used to charge like $2,000 per person, and they would just show videos. Now that is no longer there because they have in-house training. So just keep in mind that point number four, that maybe what you're teaching is, will just not, what you're doing will no longer be required. And point number five, I would just conclude by this one saying, you always have to learn, grow, evolve, and have a enterprising or like a business mindset where you study the trends of the market, see what is happening. Obviously, you can't predict the future, but just see. Okay, now AI has come. OpenAI, ChatGPT, when it was just launched, everyone was like, oh, finished, all the online coaches, consultants, resume rebrand, everything will shut down. No need website guys, no need coding, no need, what do you say, illustrators, no need cameramen. Yeah, that was the first wave of uneducated idiots were talking. But for me, when I saw OpenAI ChatGPT, I let all the excitement die down. Then I asked myself, does AI have feelings? No. Does AI have human interaction and intuitiveness? That if I speak to five people, I speak to Ram, Abdullah, Richard, let's say Maximilian or Anna, all five, same career, same education, but five different maybe personality types. Can OpenAI ChatGPT analyze all this? Okay, does OpenAI ChatGPT tell you the loopholes of the system? Will it? Does it have enough independence where it can tell you stuff it's not supposed to tell you? So when I started asking the right questions, I realized this is just a tool. Okay, people are overly hyped about it. They think it's going to change their lives. All it's going to do is enhance their life. But end of the day, they'll have to come back to me because once after they get this, let's say, dish made by a robo chef, okay, not a real chef, if they didn't like it, if it was a human being, at least you can talk to the human being. If what the robot prepared, you didn't like it, who do you go to? So evolve, learn, grow, constantly evaluate the trends of the market, and intelligently make those changes. And if you keep doing that, I'll tell you, um, you will not have to worry much because you'll always be relevant. For me, why do you think I keep making videos? Why do you think I keep uh, asking myself, how can I add more value? How can I be more relevant? And I focus with the customer in mind, their needs, but I don't dance to their tune because many of them don't know what they want. I know what they need and what they want because I've been doing this for 20 plus years. And given that I know how to survive, I'm able to analyze. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You agree, disagree? I would love to know what you have to say. And if you have any questions related to career or related to the same subject, feel free, type your questions down below. And who knows, maybe either I'll respond to it directly or I'll make a video. Good, bad, ugly. You guys take care. This is me signing off.